We're heading to Washington State.
We are leaving Montana right now, driving out in the middle of absolutely nowhere, as you can see. And we are pulling over in Spokane for the evening, and we've got a hip camp there just for one night. That way we can split up our drive, and then we're headed to Seattle, actually just east of Seattle in Sultan is where we're going to be camped for about 3 to 4 weeks. And on the weekends we're going to try to see as much as we can, try to hit North Cascades, try to go to Mount Rainier, and possibly even go up into Canada. And then we will end our Washington stay at Olympic National Park with some special guests. So this starts our new playlist for our stay in Washington. Traveling through Idaho with a couple of kayaks, you are required to stop on the side of the road and get them inspected. I guess we were talking, I don't even know what we were doing, but we did not see the sign. And sure enough, a state trooper pulled up right behind us and told us that we needed to go all the way, like he took Chase's ID and said that we needed to follow him all the way back around so that we could go back to the boat inspection and get our paperwork done. And apparently we're gonna have to do it again right up the road whenever we cross into Washington. So, new for us. We finally got our camper set up at a hip camp right outside of Spokane, Washington. If you don't know what hip camp is, kind of compare it like hotel room and an Airbnb, an RV park, and a hip camp. So we got online at hipcamp.com and found a location where someone has offered their property up as an RV spot. And so this is like a little ranch right outside of Spokane. It's really pretty, and it's probably one of the, if not the most frustrating setups we've had today. Beautiful piece of property and would be great for anything other than a very long fifth wheel, which is what we have. There's a bit of a dip from the entrance of the driveway to the site, and that dip causes the tail end of our camper to drag the ground. And so in order to keep our tail end from dragging, we had to find an angle, which took many separate attempts to do so. We finally found an angle that worked. We got backed in, and we weren't close enough for the water hookup to connect to our camper. So we had to, again, readjust. The high is 97 today.
We felt it too.
And we're just sweaty and gross and thirsty and hungry. And it was a very frustrating process. But we finally got it all set up and worked out. So now we're running out to grab a bite to eat and going to bed for the night. And tomorrow we will wake up. I'm gonna get a little bit of work done and check out around checkout time and head over towards Seattle. Saturday. We arrived in Washington on Monday. We haven't done a whole lot this week other than I've been working. Chase has gotten a ton of stuff done around the camper. Yeah. Like so many things that needed to be done. We kind of got settled in. There's lots of young people in this RV park. So we had some time to make some friends. And they invited us over for movie night. And so that was fun. But now we are packing all of our stuff up. And we are headed to
North Cascades.
North Cascades National Park. So we're going to be there for 2 nights, staying at a KOA over there. Going to do some hiking and some sightseeing over there in the park.
And cut.
Well, we got in a hurry. We forgot to make a video when we got to our campsite, but we got set up super fast. There were no disasters in the camper this time for like the first time ever after moving. We got the dogs situated and we hopped in the Jeep and now we're headed into the park. It's a lot later than what we were shooting for. We may not really have any time for any hiking this afternoon. We may just try to hit the overlooks, maybe do a couple of small hikes, but that's okay.
We got a big day tomorrow.
Big day.
We're gonna attempt to hike a 7-mile hike.
I think it was 7 miles with the 20 over 2,000 foot elevation gain. Maple Pass Loop is the name of it.
It'll be our biggest hike yet.
Yep.
If we can finish it.
Yeah, I have faith. We can do it. It may take us all day long, but we can do it. Morning. It's day 2, North Cascades National Park, and today we are hiking Maple Pass Trail, which is not going to be, it'll be fun, but it's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy, but we're excited. Chase is making us a cup of cereal, a literal cup. And then we are headed on the road. We're possibly going to stop at Diablo Lake, I think. We're running late, per usual.
This is the earliest we woke up, though.
It is. We're doing good.
Just the
relative.
The hour-and-a-half drive doesn't help us out.
Yeah, so, and we're going to stop at Diablo Lake, because yesterday when we stopped, it was beautiful, but we didn't really, because of the way the sun was setting on the other side of the lake, you couldn't really get any good pictures and you couldn't see how blue the lake really was. So we're going to stop by early this morning and get some cool pictures of it on our way. Oh my God. Had to make a pit stop for gas.
Washington. What are y'all doing? Y'all have the most expensive fuel I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it ain't cheap here.
No.
We got Mila with us today. Mila, say hi. The trail that we're hiking today, we have to drive. We're staying in a campground on the west side of North Cascades National Park, about 45 minutes from the entrance, because we booked so late. It was all we could find. And so we have to drive all the way to the west entrance and drive all the way across the national park to get to this trail that is actually not in the park, but it comes right up to the east border of the park. And with that being said, Mila is able to go with us. Dogs aren't typically allowed on any of the trails in the national park, but with this one being outside the national park, she gets to go. We did not bring Zoe because Zoe can't hike.
Zoe has asthma.
Zoe has to be carried. Zoe has to be carried. She makes it like just a few, not even a mile in before she just stops, and she will only be carried from that point forward. And we do have a backpack for her, and she could go with us, but she's happy. She don't really like it, and we already have backpacks that have all of our stuff in them that we're carrying today. So she got to stay at home, but she'll be fine. She'll enjoy the day looking out her little window. Whoa! You had the time, supplies, energy, and ability, you could walk from here to Mexico on the same trail.
Whoa.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Do you hear another one?
Yeah.
What is that little thing?
How does it feel, Darby, to have hiked all the way to the top of a mountain?
Brutal. It was rough, but we made it.
It was rough.
Now we gotta get down.
There's our trail down.
It's supposed to be a really steep decline on the way back. It's a round trip trail. And we went counterclockwise. That's what everybody said online to do. And that's what we were recommended. So it means a gradual incline on the way up and a very steep descent. So
how many miles was it up here?
we're 4.41 miles in, and it's supposed to be about a 7-mile hike. Got a little over 2 miles left to go.
We made it up here. We made it up here in about an hour and a half.
What?
I'm just
No.
kidding.
Wrong.
I'm
It's about 3.5 hours to get up here. We'll see how long it takes for us to get down. We were expecting it to take us about, 5 hours to do today.
Yeah.
So, but I left Chase up to the food, and all he brought was 1 protein bar and a package of pretzels each for a 5-hour hike.
Each. I thought of me and I thought of her.
I feel like I'm rationing in order to survive.
I am. I don't think I'm good for anything except for pulling the camper around.
You gotta love him though.
Yeah. I'm just her little taxi driver. There's the highway we drove in on. There.
Lays down there.
Hey Mila, what do you think about it?
Mila could play fetch right now, and she's still full of energy, and she carried a stick pretty much all the way up this mountain.
We were almost up here, me and Darby's, on the brink of death, and Mila's wanting to play fetch. People up there. Alright, we'll see y'all at the bottom of the mountain. So we're making our way down. We started at the bottom of this mountain range over there, and had walked all the way around that trail over there, all the way up here. And now this is the trail we're taking down.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're probably 2/3 the way down.
I don't even know.
There's the road down there, and that's where we're going. So we're that far down.
They're like Jello.
We're struggling, but look at this lake. It's pretty.
Beautiful. It's sparkly.
Like you.
Goodness.
We're going to a winery after this.
I'm so excited.
We need it.
So we brought a brand new water filter that we bought at REI over the weekend, and we have not found a single water source to use it. And we finally found this pretty waterfall. and we're dying of thirst because we thought we would be able to refill our waters on this hike. So, thank goodness for this. All right, let's see it. Nice. It works. We love that. Okay, I'm gonna make sandwiches. I'm about to starve to death.
That's so cool.
It is cool. Love that.
We will never go thirsty again.
Unless there's no water source like today.
Oh yeah, so on this like 8-mile hike we had today, we only brought like 1 bottle of water apiece for me, Darby, and the dog. And we were planning on having a water source, and there was no water source.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever bank on that. Oh gosh.